And then with her holy bow drawn taut, she pierced the foul beast's heart, spilling a black viscous fluid throughout the cabin, and leaving the one faint reminder that all of her enemies have been perished in the heat of battle, and that she can finally reclaim her grandmother's ultimate cake recipe. I don't think I've read a more bloody, gory rendition of Little Red Riding Hood in my life, but hey, leave it to these people, right? Hey everybody, Tekking101 here, here to review Bleach chapter number 584, entitled The Headless Star 3. Some people last chapter actually gave me messages like what I could do when the chapter numbers come up. I didn't get a lot of suggestions. One person suggested that every time the number increases, I take a shot of Tabasco sauce. I might consider doing that, but I don't have any of that here. Another person had a more PC meme I could do and just count it like the Count does off Sesame Street. So, you know what? I got nothing else, so 3 headless stars! Okay, let's just get to this chapter. So chapter starts off with Ichigo's Getsuga Jisho hurtling toward the sky, directly toward Candace Catnip. And I was kind of a little disappointed here because I was expecting, like probably everyone else, that the Getsuga Jisho already got in contact with Candace. Like last chapter when he used that freaking thing, Candace was right at the center of the cross section and she's just getting burned out, like crucified, you know, in the most literal of terms. But no, he launched it apparently just like a regular Getsuga Tensho. So we have this massive mound of Ryatsu, like the size of Mount Everest, just hurtling right toward her. But you know, she's not concerned at all. Like any other normal anybody in the Bleach universe would see, even Ukiura would see that shit and be like, okay, I'm gonna dodge that. Candace Catnip, though, I don't know if it's just pride or whatever, but she says to herself, no, attack of that level, that's minuscule, that's that pitiful ant shit, I could take this. I can, oh wow, I'm gonna die. My only regret is being a bitchy, hot-headed slut. Wait a second, that was really my only unique character trait. I have no regrets. Avoid it, you idiot! Avoid it, you... No, I heard him. I heard him. Okay, all at the same time, everybody. Facepalm, all at the same time. I want to hear your collective slaps, like, 5 minutes after I'm done, like, uploading this to YouTube. I want to, like, look out my window, put out my ear, and just hear a collective. Okay? Don't disappoint me. Avoid it, you idiot. Okay. Part of me thinks that Ichigo just wanted to show off some new techniques. He's just like, you know what, I could wait to use this on Yhwach or like any of the top tier Stern Raiders, but shit, I've been training for so long, I just want to show this off now. So he does it without even really paying attention of like the massive amount of overkill he's gonna dish out on these Stern Raider girls, the Wanding clique. Yeah, so he's like, what the hell, Ichigo? Like, if you didn't want to use it, if you weren't ready for them to get killed, then don't use it. Like, did he, like, I guess he was just debunking on them seeing the massive energy blast and just thinking to himself, wow, we can't beat against this guy, like some kind of intimidation factor. Well, it didn't work out so well, right? Well, no, Candace Catnip gets head dead on by the freaking thing as we cut back over to Yhwach, who's witnessing... You know, I don't even know what this light is in the background. I'm assuming it's the Getsuga Jisho, but it looks nothing like it. It's not even vaguely cross-shaped. Maybe it was the pillar of light that Ichigo, you know, emitted when he crashed down into the Vandente, but if that's the case, we're going back in time here, so I don't freaking understand it. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Yhwach is witnessing Ichigo's arrival. That's the main thing. So the prodigal son has returneth. Get it? Get it, Hashwald? See what I did there? Yes, sir. You see, I'm like the god of the Jesus Christ figure of the Quincy's, and Ichigo's like the prodigal son because he's like my illegitimate son born in the darkness. He wasn't actually conceived by... yes, sir. I get it. It's a biblical reference. This entire arc is like a massive biblical reference to Nazism and I guess Christianity in a certain sense. You getting smart with me, boy? No, sir. Okay, whatever. Just use the freaking key. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Yes, when the 5 powers of fire, water, wind, earth, and heart combine, they will unlock the ultimate destroyer of worlds, dating back for millennia. I am going to unlock... No, Yhwach, you don't mean... That's right. Captain Planet. Okay, who else remembers that show? That was pretty awesome. I love Captain Planet. I don't even care about the environmentalist crap. That show is awesome. But whatever. So Yhwach gives Hashwall the word to activate the key, to which Yhwach summons, you know, it's weird. When he holds up his sword, he summons 5 pillars of light, but later on in the next panel, we see 6 pillars of light, or 6, like a diagram of a 6-starred symbol just appearing on the, you know, the roof of the Silber in the Von Reich Palace here, which is even more confusing because the Von Reich symbol, this is a shitty rendition, by the way, you probably can't even see it, but, it's always been a 5-pointed star. Like, the symbol of the Quincy's is always kind of varied. Like, when we first got to see Uryu way back at the beginning of the series, it was like a traditional cross with, like, a circle in it. Then later on, when Ryukin showed up, it was like a 5-pointed pentacle, and then that's the one Uryu used. And the Von Reich symbol's close to resembling that. But here we have a completely new symbol, so I don't even know what this means. Wait, actually, no, hold on, wait a second. Oh, okay, I get it. Sorry, guys. I know it takes a while for me to get this thing sometimes. I'm kind of a nitpicker. No, it's very clear here that Yhwach summoned a snowflake. That's right, he's a fan of Frozen. Now, I know the thought on everybody's mind immediately is that this is going to be a major problem with Uryu, because Uryu is a how you train your dragon boy, hard and strong. But, you know what, Uryu, I know he might have different taste in movies, I know he might be your superior, so Uryu, honestly, I think you're just going to have to let it go, can't hold it back anymore. Oh god, no, kill it! But yeah, so Yhwach has Hashwall summon this weird snowflake thing of light and says to Ryu, be grateful for all of those who guided us to the light. Bleach 584, the Headless Star 3. So now we finally get the impact of the Getsuga Juji show on Candace catnip. Okay, you know Chika's gonna go down. Alright, Ichigo took one of them out, no problem. Now turn on the other 3. She's still fucking alive, ain't she? Okay, you know what? I thought we were done with this cliche. You know what, Kubo? I thought you were doing good on this. I thought you were finally over this freaking arm fetish you had here, okay? For the majority of this arc, you didn't show it off, but here we go. Big, epic, huge explosion. You know, Ichigo, new technique, honed his skills in the Soul Palace. And how much damage did Candace Catnip have? She lost her arm. Because we've never seen that in the end. You know, I want to know the logistics behind this. I want to know the logistics of a massive explosion that takes up the majority of the sky and just your arm is lost. Like, is this like an RPG or some shit where, you know, you get hit? Oh, I direct the damage. I called shot to the left arm. Big explosion. It only took out the left arm. I'm like, okay, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work, okay? Don't think that if you're like John McClane, Die Hard, big explosion, he could be like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? Oh, okay, I guess I'll just have to sacrifice my arm. Boom! Oh, okay, that was a big explosion and I'm hurt, but I'm still going. I just lost my arm. That doesn't work like that, okay? Doesn't fucking work. Oh, I guess she could have just used her Reishi Sclavray ability to kind of cushion the impact. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay, I got that. It's cool, Candace. It's alright. It's all good in the hood. See money. But anyway, though, even though she did survive the explosion, she's still a little bit more pissed off by the fact that her arm just got blown off. Although, not as angry as she was when she got her hair messed up. You notice that? Like, when she got her hair messed up, it was like, you could see the glare in her eyes, like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. But here, it's just like, ah, shit, damn, dude, that's not, oh, man. Hey, Gigi, gonna come help a chick out here? So, yeah, she summons Giselle over, and she asks her to fix this, to which Giselle responds with complete delight and basically, like, drooling at the mouth, like, oh my god, really? You let me do that? So, apparently, I guess whenever she turns people into zombies, like, I guess that's what she thinks Candace is asking her to do. I guess that just turns her on, like, makes her wet extremely, just the fact, oh yes, there's so many zombies. Yes. Anyway, so, Candace, though, asks her to not do that. She just tells her to fix the arm, because she states that she does have the ability to at least do that much. So I guess that's implying that they don't really know that much all about their abilities. Like, Candace has a good idea that she'll be able to heal her without turning into a zombie, but she doesn't actually know all the intricacies of Giselle's ability. But anyway, Giselle says, oh, you're no fun, but she is able to do it. She floats down to the other members of the Shinigami that I guess made her, that she, you know, possessed and then made them kill themselves back in chapter 580, and she uses her weird black magic voodoo spell in order to transfer some of, I guess, their Ryatsu over to Candace, which makes her, you know, grow a new arm. And it's not like she's taking one of the arms off the Shinigami and giving them to Candace like some kind of Frankenstein shit. Like, she's regrowing her own arm. So this might be an extension of Sclavray ability, like taking your Reishi and incorporating it into yourself. But then if that's the case, then aren't all Quincy's supposed to have the Sclavray ability? So therefore, shouldn't Candace be able to do that by herself? Or maybe she's just not really good at it. Maybe Giselle's ability just makes her naturally better at the Sclavray ability, because I think that's like some extension of that, at least a little bit, because It's not like she's just grafting an arm onto Candace. Candace is literally regrowing her own arms. So I don't know if it's something specific for Giselle or whatever. Giselle also brings up that even though, you know, she thought like, oh, you're gonna let me turn you into a zombie. Unless Candace was dead, she wouldn't have been able to do that anyway, because that's the only way she can turn other Quincy's into zombies, is if they're already deceased. Which, going back to Bambietta, that makes a little bit of sense exactly, or at least clarifies a little bit what happened with her. Because with Bambietta, she wasn't dead yet. So maybe it leaves two possibilities here. One of them is actually pretty damn dark, is if the other 4 Sternator girls, the Vanden clique, ended up killing Bambietta and then turning into a zombie. Because why else would Bambietta be so freaked out? Because if Giselle was just going to do her healing ability on Bambietta, she wouldn't have been freaking out that much. She was like, no, wait, stop, GG. You know, she'd be like, oh, well, just heal me and we'll be done with it. But that's not the case. So that's the one side, that they killed Bambietta, then made her into a zombie, or they just healed her with this method that, you know, Giselle used on Candace. But once again, why would Bambietta be freaking out over that? Anyway, so she says she's ready to attack Ichigo again. Lilito tries to calm her down, but she ain't hearing none of that, and she charges for him again for like the 6th time, because I'm sure Ichigo's gonna have so much difficulty trying to block you the 5th time you're coming.
First blood.
Oh, okay. That works too.
Double kill. Triple kill. Killing spree.
Ooh, shots fired. So it turns out that awesome sniper that took out the entire Wanden clique at once, Bazby. In Volt Standing, which I was kind of disappointed by his Volt Standing in this chapter. It's literally just the regular pinwheel halo thing we see on every Sternator, and his wings are like super narrow. They're not even really wings. They're more just like rods extending out of his back, you know? Who was else thinking like Bazbeat's Volt Standing was gonna be like the flaming wings of a phoenix or some shit? Because I was expecting that. Anyway, Bazby goes on kind of like a spiel about how, oh, well, even though you got here first, I'm kind of like the vulture, you know, stealing somebody else's prey, which is cool because he has like kind of like the Amanda Buzz haircut going on there. So, you know, he's acting like a scavenger. Like, it doesn't matter that you got here first. I don't care. I'm going to steal your kill from you just because that's how I am. Although he's a little bit even more surprised when it turns out there's 3 more Sternritters behind him, also looking to put Ichigo's head above their fireplace. We got Pepe, who's doing his typical gay laugh. We also have Colonel Sanders Quincy, who, yes, I'm finally glad to see him again. We haven't seen that dude since he fought against Shunsui. I don't think we even saw him back when he was in the Vandenreich, like the chapter 543, when we got to see the entire, like the inside of the Vandenreich. I don't even think we got to see him then. So this is a cool, I was hoping for their letters. I was really good. So I'm dead set on him being W. So if he is, call that. And that's legitimately called that. I got a lot of messages last chapter like, you know, Tekking, you're not the only one that came up with the idea that he was going to release an X-shaped attack. You know that, right? Screw you. Yes, I was. Anyway, and then the last Sternator is interesting that he wasn't, like, he was supposed to be chasing after Renji, but I guess he got bored with that and went away, or maybe something happened with Renji off screen. Knowing Bleach, that wouldn't be a surprise. It's I knew this joke way too much, don't I? Anyway, it turns out that even the other Vanden clique members aren't completely defeated, because Lito, Meninilus, Giselle, and Candace all stand back up, and they're ready also to join the fight, stating that it's not going to be 4-on-1, it's going to be 8-on-1. Oh my god, I don't think I'm just going to have a better chance to do this. All 8 of them.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh yeah, I know I already did no before, but I don't think I've never done Bazby. I don't think I haven't done any of the Sternritter girls. So just took out 7 at the same time. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. The dream is almost completed. But anyway, it looks like we're going to get a freaking badass 8 versus 1 fight here, and Ichigo's just kind of looking around, like, really serious, and then we kind of maybe cut away from it, and I swear, Kubo, I mean, it's not a guarantee, but I swear, if you cheat us out of an 8-on-1 fight, you know, all these Sternritter's abilities versus Ichigo at the same time, just because you don't think you can, like, draw it or don't think you can write it a certain way. No, you do not set this up and then just kill it, alright? I'm gonna continue the review, but if next week we cut back to all the Quincy's that retreat back to the Silburn or some shit, you don't even want to know, dude. There are not enough suicide bricks in the world, okay? There aren't enough. Alright, so Ichigo gets distracted when he notices the light being emitted from the Silburn, from the magical snowflake from the earlier in the chapter. Ichigo turns around, notices it, and then we cut back to see Yhwach state to Hashwalth and Uryu, "Let us be on our way, my sons. It is time to be one with me."
Godlike.
Okay, and that's the thing that's getting me a little bit worried, guys, because he said, let's be one with me, as if, you know, Yhwach is going to start the massive, like assimilation. You know, he's going to, like, take all the Stern Riders that are still around and incorporate them all back into his being so he can become the true one deity or whatever they're going to do. All right, so I swear that better not happen last chapter where, you know, Ichigo takes out his swords, he's ready to do it, he's like, oh, damn, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I have to use Bankai, and then, like, right before he activates it, all the Stern Riders just magically begin to disapparate into the atmosphere and get sucked into Yhwach's, you know, sword vortex or whatever it is. Ugh. 8 versus 1 fight, guys. This has the potential to be one of the coolest fights Ichigo's ever had. All right, because not only all the Von and Clique members, because, you know, their abilities are actually pretty cool too. If you get to see them all at once, because when they were fighting before, they were all just like launching their bows at him. That's boring. But if they all use his powers against him, that'd be a pretty cool thing to see. As well as Colonel Sanders Quincy's guns and Pepe's ability. We don't know what that is yet. We don't know what Nana's is. What the deal is with Renji and Basby, who's just awesome because he can just shoot lava out of his fingers. You know, this could be a really kick-ass fight. I'm really pumped for this. I'm legitimately super excited for next week's Bleach chapter, okay? And full disclosure here, that doesn't always happen. A lot of times when I'm reviewing these, it's just like, oh, light in the sky, it's going to be Ichigo. Oh, gets a good Jujutsu, ultimate attack, okay, but they're probably not going to get killed by it, you know? But this time I'm actually legitimately excited what's going to go down, all right? Also, by the way, have you guys noticed that a lot of times in the Bleach chapter, especially in this final arc, we've had the big reveal of a light in the sky in the back? Like, I think it's happened like 4 or 5 times already. You know, it happened back in when 559, when Haswolf was being summoned to the Silburn. It happened when all the Quincy's were activating their Volt Standing. It happened when Renji and Rukia were crashing down in the Soul Society. It happened with Ichigo quite recently with the light in the sky. So that they have, and then in this chapter too with Haswolf and Yhwach using the key, the light thing. I guess I'll just be calling it the key. But yeah, that happens a lot with the characters being surprised by a light in the sky. So I don't know. That's just something that's been going on. So yeah, next chapter, I don't know what's going to go down. I hope 8 versus 1 fight. I really hope we get to see a little bit of that. Even if we get to see some of the fight, and then Yhwach does his, you know, maybe assimilation thing, whatever that's going to be. And that's probably what Askin was talking about in the earlier chapters. Like, I guess I won't be able to decide if I will just become part of Yhwach again, right? So yeah, next chapter, guys. I'm feeling it's going to be intense. I'm pumped. I'm really hyped. I hope it's not one of those filler chapters where it's like, you know, Ichigo's getting ready for the fight, or half of the chapter is, you know, seeing some people we don't care about, and then at the very end we cut to Yhwach doing something freaky with his power. You know, I hope we don't get one of those. I hope we get some actual action, all right? So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Tekking, signing out.